十分満足です。他に何も望みません。
Right, this sudden change in protagonist. Also, I came to know that there is no season 2. This is it, the story, which is very surprising, but it makes sense
いつか
because
売ろうと思って。
what can you say in season 2?
さっきお前の数値に合わせてパンを焼くと言ったが、実は嘘だ。細やかな配合、ふるいのかけ方で味は
I
変わ
have
る。
like this feels like a very jarring
当
jump
局にバレねえよう
from
に
what all we've
値段より
seen.
いいものを出そうとしてる。パンを焼くのが好きだからだ。
It's been a long time
だがな、
since the
お前
last
は
few
そうじゃ
episodes
な
of
いだろう。
Orb. It's been a month.
生
Sorry
活
about the
さえで
delay.
きれば十分満足。そりゃ最低
I've
の
been in a
嘘
new
だぜ。
place, as you can see.
俺にじゃなく自分についてる嘘だからだ。昔お前の父親に
So
聞
as
い
far as
た。
I know, this is a known person
ど
in
っか
history.
のいつかの
Right,
賢人もソクラテスだかアリスト
And
な
we're
んちゃ
trying to
ら
wrap
が
up the
言って
series,
たらしいな。
coming to the timeline in which history has been written of the people that we know. It's so strange that this show is ending. Like there is no season
人
2
間のある程は考えることだってな。
of my notes.
それにのっとりゃ俺のある程はパンを焼くことだ。
And yours is?
じゃあお前のはこう文句あるかもしれねえが関係ない。進め。
Although there were theories
あとは
that
任せる。
they showed the city as Poland, where it was before a land of P, a fictional place. Because all those characters that we came to know and love are not real people, right? But they're representations of all those unnamed, unsung heroes. What are they doing? Oh my god. Oh, what was that? His father? I guess this is the last person, yeah. Look at this. Fuck, man.
の教会にパン届けに行ってくれ。
いつものところと違うんですか？
ああ、この前そこの新しい司祭様と知り合ってな。今度届けるって約束したんだ。
The
そ
new
う遠くない
priest.
し頼んだぞ。
It's not
わかりました。
Anthony because he's dead.
ここか。
I'm assuming this is the same place, but I'm also assuming they're not going to show any of the
すいません。
previous characters. I still don't know what the last two episodes will be about. Like, how do you end this? With him as the final character. Quite the bold move for the author, but he most likely had the whole plan, right? The idea was to showcase all those unsung heroes, give them a voice, a face,
ようこそ国会室へ。
and not just the named
私はここ
figures
の
in
司祭
history.
踏み入れたあなたの勇気を歓迎します
Because they've all contributed to the point where he can take it
Kokkai-hitsu.
forward, or
Aye.
someone like him.
もうこんな個室でやるの見たことないですが。
ええ、新しいと思います
Really?
でも今後
Huh.
こういうのが流行ると思います
なんか軽いな。
では罪を告白してください
あ、いや、
We don't
僕は
even
こ
know
こ
how
にパ
far
ン
into
を
the future
届けに
this
来ただ
is,
け
or
で
whether it's an alternate
遠慮せずに。
reality, or
全然信用はできないですが。
But he also can't see your
悲しい驚きで
face.
す。
That's the whole idea.
でも確かに初めての利用者で私もちょっと緊張しまくってたかもしれません
大学へ行けと言われたことですかね。聖書にも書いてあるでしょう。端的に言って知りたいって欲望はクソだ。
そういうには何か訳が
忘れたいことです。
だからあなたも話してみては 時として語ることが
This
何
is
よ
such a
り
different
慰めに
representation
な
of
る
the church from all the previous episodes we've seen, right?
ま
Let's see how
Sure.
the priest takes it.
どちらで
Tau
あ、ブルゼボ
Mazane.
というところです。
なるほど。
僕はそこで自由農民の息子として生まれました。
It's the first time we're getting actual
Haha.
locations, I think.
僕が幼い頃死んだ。以来父の男手一つで育ちました。息子よ、私たちは苦しい生活を強いられてる。しかしこの世にはもっと苦しんでる人が大勢いる。会える文献は 分野問わず持って帰ってきてた。あの時の父はそれが全ての元凶になるなんて想像もしてなかったでしょう。
Curiosity.
族が好きだったのですか？
I mean, he could easily draw the constellations
え
without even using the
昔は。
astrolabe. That's how good he is. I'm assuming that was a demonstration of his
え、あの
abilities.
頃は取りつかれたように夜空を見てた。飽きずにバカみたいに毎晩眺めてた。理由は説明できないけど、何か心が動く気
I
がした。
still don't know what happened to that letter I was sent by.
父さん、驚くべき発見をしました。北極星。
North Pole.
では息子
North
よ、
Star.
その発見は何の役に立つ？
え、
例えばあの星は動かない。だから方角を知るとき非常に役立つ空の地図になる。このように発見は何かの役に
Farmer,
立
look
っ
at
て
this.
初めて意味がある。そうでなければ無駄だ。 常にそれを心がけるといい。
Very good lesson.
しか
Only
し
the application of science will
よく
interest
見つけた
those
ぞ
in
息子
power.
よ。
That's how you get
よくやった。
your funding. That's how most of science has been established, right?
お
In
前
the
は
past
学ぶのは
500
好
years.
きか？
はい、父さん。空に星がついてるのか、なんで夜だけ現れるのか、
I feel like we have lost
い
the
くつあ
allure
るの
of
か、どこにあるのか、いつからあるのか、
the sky
いつまであるのか、
during these,
そもそも
during
星
the
って
modern
何な
time.
のか、山ほど知りたいです。
Maybe that's just me.
ではなぜ知りたい？疑うのだ。
Hmm.
自分の知識も世界の常識も動機も方法も探求心は歯止めが効かなくなる。世界を決定的に変えてしまう取り返しのつかない怪物を作り出してしまうかもしれない。
Oh, that way.
だからゆっくり疑って人の役に立たない道なら止まるべきだ。
I don't think he's gonna be able to understand
そ
all
れ
that
でも
at
学
this
びた
age.
いと願うならお前に特別に家庭教師をつけよ
先生に。
う。アルベルト、こちらが以前話したお前の家庭教師をしてくださるラファウ先生だ。
Ha. Holy fuck. Oh my god, chills. That looks different from Raphael. Raphael the teacher? Oh my god. My whole body is tingling.
惜しいね。ちょっと難しかったか
Oh
な。
my god, Raphael. He's not 10 years old. He's in his 20s. A professor, a teacher. What is this episode about?
アストロラーベがあったけど、
Look at
星を見
him.
るのかい？
はい、
My boy's all
一
grown
応
up.
毎日記録をつけてます。
それはいい。
先生も
That's
星
what-
を見るの好きですか？
Now I understand that
Yeah.
opening
好きと
where
かじ
they
ゃない。
show two versions of Raphael.
愛してる。
So I'm assuming this
僕
is
は生まれが少々特殊でね。親がいなかったんだ。
like the real
幸運に
history
も
and
学者さんに拾ってもらえて裕福な生活を送れたけど、
okay, I'll talk
寂
about
し
it
くな
later.
かったといえば嘘になる。僕たちは一人じゃない。
I'm feeling so many things right now. You have no idea. I mean, you
そして
must have. You guys must
そ
have
れ
an
らは
idea.
すべて同じ空にあ
Seen
る。
this.
つまりみんなきっと一つの大きな何か、真理と呼べる何かによってつながってる。
He grew up. He lived and grew up.
それを知るために生きようと思ったね。
でも僕はそんな大きな
It's
目
a
標はなく
spiritual
て、というか
successor
僕のつ
to
けてる
the
記録は何の目的もなくて、
show altogether. These last
人
two
を助け
episodes.
るわけじゃないし、
Like the story is
信
wrapped
仰の
up.
役にも立たない。ただ知りたくて。
which is so
で
amazing.
もそんな自分勝手な気持ちじゃダメというか。
I can see how some people get confused by it
アルベルト
and not
君
like the ending.
あのいて座を見てごらん。
It's not that everything that happened before this was
Iteza.
meaningless.
何ですかそれ。
It's a different
星座を知らない
outlook
で
at
記
what
憶
could
を
have
取ってた
happened
の
or
か。
what did actually happen.
子供ながらの胆力だな。
What?
あそこが頭で、弓
This is so
ここが胴
amazing
で、
to witness this.
最後はここに足の線を引くと弓を持つケンタウロスに
Centaur
見えなくもないだろ。
いや、
I mean,
見えないか。確かに無理やりだよね。
it's a mnemonic, sort of.
すいません。
You're drawing the map, right? Using these as the reference points.
こんなことが起こせるなんて、どんな苦難にも折れず普遍的な真理に情熱的に迫ろうとする。
Like
君
you
も
are.
その気持ちがわからないかい。夜空を見ると感じるだろう。
I have to look this up if Raphael was actually a
Tauma
person
Zein.
in history. Thomas Zein.
タウマゼイン。
Thomas?
ああ、それは古代の哲学者曰く知的探求の原始にある脅威、この世の美しさにしびれる肉体のこと、そしてその美しさに近づきたいと願う精神のこと、つまりんと感じること。神がこの世界を作り、
I love this show.
人はそれを知りたいと願った。これ以上に尊い欲望を僕は知らない。この
It's an
成功の
epilogue,
ためだったら
right?
どんなことも厭わない。
These last two episodes.
たとえそれが命だったと
This
し
is
ても。
directly the author talking to us. It's like a dream.
平気で投げる。君は
Left quite the
悩んでると言っ
impression
た
on
ね。
the young shonen.
知の探求が人や社会の役に立たなければいけないなんて
Is wrong.
発想はクソだ。
Yeah.
知りたいからやる。
Yeah.
それだけだよ。
Unfortunately, that's
そしてね、
how science has
アルベルト君。
progressed to be
こ
useful
れ
to
だけは
someone.
覚えていてくれ。真理の探求において最も重要なことだ。信じろ。自分の直感を、この世の美しさを。
Must believe, like
僕は何
religion.
があろうと君の好奇心を否定しない。
He looks so composed, so wise. A boy, Raphael.
話しすぎたね。さあ次の勉強に移ろう。驚いた。いやずいぶん上達してきたね。
そう考えたらがぜん
Mathematics.
やる気が出てきたというか。
素晴らしい。
Was he a
実はね
mathematician?
明日ちょっとした集まりがあるんだ。同じ志を持った者が集う。
Oh god, I swear if I see all the other characters. Badeni, Okuji,
会の心情は
Grass,
真理の自由な探求だ。そこでは
Yolanda
分野を問わずさまざまな議論や意見交換が行われる。大声で
Draka.
は言えないような危険な思考実験も提案できる。どうかな。
Novak.
君はとても若いけど資質は十
I
分に
wonder
見える。
who will be Novak.
会に参加してみないかい？
Schmidt. Please show me. Please, please, please. Let them live.
ああ、
ブラフマグクタが起こした革新的な事件はなんとい
サブアルジャブルワルムカーバラの翻訳を読んだのだけれど。
私が思うにエーテルの正体は第五元素というよりも
Fuck, man. I could cry right now. I feel what he feels.
行方知らずの暗黙を見た。
So I think we'll finish off episode 25 and then we'll talk about the last two episodes as a whole, right? I think that makes sense.
僕たちは何だ？無論次の時代を担う存在だ。僕らは前時代的な差別と
Oh, he's teaching
偏
everyone.
見から抜け出し、自由に気軽に上品に深淵の探索を行う。そこ
A
に今
leader
日
of the people.
一人の仲間が加わった。アルベルト君だ。
歓迎するぜ
I thought it was Yolanda, but I guess
僕が
not.
家庭教師をさせてもらってるが、彼の明晰ぶりには驚くよ。まるでこの少年の中には手だれの論理学者が入っているかのようだ。
I do recall Albert being a
それより
mathematician.
注視すべきはその好奇心の強さだ。もしかしたら今後、真理は発見されるものではなく作られるものという見方がある種前提になるかもしれない。過去の書物
Pretty
や遺
applicable
構を
to
見る
today's time.
それぞれに違う歴史や文化、すべての研究活動は専門化して知の相対に触れたいという崇高な欲望、つまり好奇心は馬鹿げた不要なものとして抱きされるかもしれない。そうなるのは何というか僕は寂
Yeah,
しいよ。
we've kind of limited our knowledge into very specialized areas these days.
だから僕は
Whatever benefits humanity.
信じてる。ここにいる君らを、その好奇心を。
This is a pledge,
君らと
a request to
新しく入
everyone
った少年の
watching,
好
I
奇
guess.
心に
Not just in the show,
乾杯。
right? None of our characters are here.
何度でも何度でも
Well, final time.
いやー、ついつい長く喋ってしまった。用があるから席を外すけど、君は楽しんでくれ。
So almost feels like,
あっちのテーブルで宇宙
and
論
I
の
mean
話
that
が
in a
聞ける
good,
と思う。
this in a good way.
君の興味に合うはずだよ。
Fan fiction, but I mean it in a good way. Like, it's like the secret DLC after party.
途中で帰るなんて悲しいことしないで。
The author is
しっ
inviting
かり
you
最後までいてくれ
after the
よ。
main story.
はい、もちろん。
A happy
それ
ending.
じゃ、また後で。
I hope it's a happy ending.
そこで俺
God,
が
that
秘
looks
密
so
裏
much
に
like
手に入れ
Yolanta.
たネタなんだが、イブン・シャーテルっつう
See,
お
they're
偉いさんが
focusing on all different
我が学科の
countries,
問題意
regions.
識を継いで
It's
人山
assimilation
よ
of
そなど
knowledge.
の盗賊運動
いえ、すいません。続けてください。
もうそれだな。イブン・シャーテルが何をした
I
か
really like this. It's not just focused to Europe. Is this when his dad got?
ちょっと帰ります。
Hmm.
運が良ければ父さんに馬を出してもらってすぐ戻れるかも。そうすればカイはまだ。
Oh boy. Oh god.
ただいま。
No. No. What?
うん、君の気持ちはわかる。混乱してるよね。
Dude.
でも、まずは冷静になってほしい。穏便に済ませたかった。
Dude.
じゃあ、一から説明しよう。実は、少し前に噂で聞いたんだ。君のお父さんがある資料を持っていると。だからぜひ、情報を共有して研究しようと提案した。社会的地位がなければ、宝の持ち腐れに終わる。協力の見返りも十分与えるし、双方が得する
Oh my
提案だっ
God.
た。けど、ここで問題発生だ。
Oh.
彼は僕の誘いを断った。
Rafale.
迷いもせず。
Oh
随
god,
分
this is the
心
dark
配性
side
だ
of
弾圧の危
the
険
other
なんて
extreme.
政治次第でいくらでも避けられる。なのに聞く耳を持たない。
The other extreme.
いや、それだけならまだいい。粘り強く説得してたら、彼は怒り始め、最後には資料を燃やすと言った。
There's no proof of whatever happened. He's probably just making whatever up.
言葉を失ったよ。お父さんに対して失礼だ、
Dude,
ね。
I
撤回
can't
するよ。ごめん。
relate this to Rafale.
まあ、とにかく取り乱して、
How?
そういう考えは排除すべきだ。
You
いい
just
かい？
said that
この状況で大切なのは、これで君のお父さんが受け継いだ地は失われずに済んだってことさ。この世の美しさのためなら犠牲はやむを得ない。さあ、これで納得したろ？
how is this the last episode?
バカですよね。あっけなさすぎる。父は言った。疑えと。結果 彼は誰も信頼せず資料を共有しないで殺された。先生は言った。信じろと。結果彼は自らの信念に従って殺人も厭わなくなった。これが地に関わった者の末路です。からしい。
You can turn into your
ど
father
ちら
or
か
a
選
fan.
択する必要がありますか？疑念と信念二つ持っていて不都合が？
Hmm.
ええ、不都合だ。
Doubt and
その
conviction.
二つは矛盾する。
Not necessarily.
聖アクイナスは知性を一方では物体的で他方では非物体的と捉えました。知性と信仰、哲学と神学、疑うことと信じること、これらの矛盾は両立します。なぜかそれが人間だからです。人間は神でも獣でもないその中間に存在する。でもだからこそ
Dichotomy.
矛盾を曖昧を混乱を受け入れられる。むしろそこで理性の息継ぎをする。話を聞くにあなたは今神を失っている。偶然に満ちた領域で生まれる偶然のことです。
Sure.
と同時に偶然に満ちた領域で必然が生まれることです。それこそあなたが生きる場所だったのにです。
It's a bit difficult for me to
勝
grasp,
手に
not
決
gonna
めない
lie.
でください。知りませんよ。
単純です。空を見ればいいのです。
No.
そして深く息を吸う。
It's okay to be
これはそんな
doubtful
簡単な問題じゃない
and
です。
have the conviction at the same
も
time.
ちろん。でも乗り越えられないわけじゃない。
Who are
コリ
you?
ント人への手紙
It's
第
very,
10
very
章
well
13
read.
節。神は真実な方です。あなた方を耐えられない試練に合わせることはなさいません。それは私が昔友人を見殺しにしたことです。発端は友人がある仕事で重大な違反を犯してしまったんです。取り返しのつかないことをした。その結果彼は死んだ。一つだけはっきりしてるのは今日まで私があの過去から目をそらしてきたことです。でも今初めてこの悩みを言葉にできた。そして孤独に問い続けなければならない。自分は神に認めてもらえる存在なのだろうか。
Oh my god. I need to rewatch this whole episode.
いくら悩んで問うても
It's way too
神は
philosophical.
口を開かない。
そうですよ。だから永遠に私たちは考え続けられるのです。私はそれを幸福だと思いたい。
If God answers everything, you won't
では、
you won't think,
最後に
you won't
一つ
use your
質問です。
faculties.
効果を捧げればパンを得られる。税を捧げれば権利を得られる。
Oh, fucking hell.
労働を
Seriously.
捧げれば報酬を得られる。
You're going back to the first line.
なら一体何を捧げればこの世のすべてを知れる。その答えを探してください。
Your life.
何のために？
この世で再び生きるために。そこで大学へ行くのは一つの道だと思いますよ。
So confused as to the point
Camino
of
Bocapo.
these last two episodes. What is the show trying to tell me here? Have both halves inside you, both contradictory things, right? Belief and doubt. Doubt and conviction.
君の好奇心を否定しない。
Wow.
この世の美しさを追求したい。そのために何か犠牲になっても構わない。
But
はっきり言って僕も同意見です。だけどあなたのやり方では 美しさに到達できなかった。この世の全てを知るために何を捧げればいいか
But
なん
it
て
can't be
わから
life.
ないけど、隠そうとする父さんも排除しようとする先生も有効じゃなかったことだけは確かだ。
Third option.
僕らは足りない。だから補い合える。そうじゃなきゃこの世界には挑めない。人間は社会的な動物だ。先生、僕もタウマ善意を感じます。それを肯定し続けます。あなたとは違ったやり方で。疑いながら進んで、信じながら戻って、美しさに、きらめきに迫り詰めてみせます。
おお、戻ったか。ずいぶん遅かったな。
親方、大学へ行かせてください。
We're jumping ahead.
じゃあ
He looks like Bartov. Just realized.
じゃあ明日から好きな授業を受けて。
We are really nearing the end. Oh man, don't do this to me. The main characters. Should have shown Badeni, Grass, Schmidt. Ah, Sun Worshipper. Schmidt would be proud. You gotta give me a satisfying ending here. Come on.
うちに
はい琴月さん宛てに
ポトツキ？いや、そんな名前の人全然知らないよ。
でも住所は間違いなくここなんですが。
確かにそう書いてあるけど、でもな、もしかしたら前ここに住んでた人とかかな。しかしこの本ってやつの題名もなんだ？地球の運動についてって。
書き違いかな。運動するのは天球だし。地球の運動についてか。
1468年、アルベルト・ブルゼフスキは23歳でクラクフ大学に入学。後に同大学で20年にわたり教員として働く。大学では主に数学と自然哲学を教えた。その際、従来の天動説一般に対して疑念を示すような講義を行ったが、結論は保留した。1482年、彼は当時の天文学の教科書惑星の新理論への注釈書を書き、同書は大学で広く学び続けられた。1491年、彼の注釈書で天文を学んだ同大学の生徒の一人にコペルニクスという名の青年がいた。
That's how it got past. Just one small step. Fuck.
行方知らずのあの雲を見た。
Okay, so हाँ. So this is this is a recording, but you're not there in the camera. I'm just going to talk.
I know I've read the last chapter, but I have not watched the final.
You should watch it. I don't know why you didn't. You did not like it.
Did you like it?
I'm. It's not about liking or disliking. It. I kind of see what the author was trying to do here.
It took me a while to understand.
So, how I understand it, एक तो Albert, I sort of I remember a mathematician philosopher Albert, like कोई तो उसका theorem था maths में.
He got
I
some inspiration, पता नहीं कहाँ से.
I should probably check.
Okay, I liked the last panel a lot.
Albert.
The church was very open that time to ideas. वही तो देखे थे उस episode में.
हाँ वही
Okay.
first time confession booth.
So what I had, I don't understand. ठीक है, Raphael.
Raphael, हाँ.
Not Raphael coming back, but Raphael murdering the father was थोड़ा happened.
Okay, I think I understood.
So what I understood was this is an alternate universe, right? So
No,
what
it's not an alternate universe because at the end there comes a letter.
No, this is an alternate universe. So the same events happen here also, but it's just that Raphael did not die in this timeline. But everything happened. That same, like there are some changes, like some people have theories, but the same thing happened. It's just that that letter, the book did not come, only the letter came. People were like, oh, what is this?
No, dude. The book would not have come in either timeline because Draka wrote the letter, right?
Yeah.
That's what got passed off. But the idea was that the whole book was not needed. Just the idea that
that's what I liked about the last panel. So
I don't like it. Matlab, I'm mixed on it because
10 points to
10% to Potocki. No, not that. Okay, so first of all, Albert is a real person. Okay, so now we're going into the real world, right? Poland, 1468. Okay. I understood that. We already discussed this before, right? Was to give voice and face to all the unknown people who have led the contributions to this point where someone like Albert or Copernicus can take it forward, right? And it's a commentary on just that small spark of thought that comes into someone's mind as they're walking, but that person has no idea what all blood and sacrifices have gone into it.
That's what I really liked.
Okay, so that I understand. Why they showed Raphael here, two versions of Raphael, not alternate world Raphael. It's showing that someone even like Raphael, who we were rooting for, who was the protagonist in the beginning, he lacked something. Okay, he that is the other extreme of the church, where someone with that much conviction, like you do not withhold the truth, right? The truth has to be that you have committed a crime. Now I don't know if child Raphael would be like that, but Raphael, if he lived,
I can't understand which. Like Raphael doesn't look that old. Raphael looks the same.
this is Raphael maybe in his late 20s.
Acha.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Raphael is basically the quote of you live long, either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I understood that this is the extreme version of the other side, the obsessed with truth. Okay. But I still feel like it's not in Raphael's character to do that. I feel like Badeni would do something like this, but not Raphael. I don't know.
No, even Badeni wouldn't do something like this. Badeni wouldn't.
He killed a friend.
Did he kill?
Yeah, he killed his friend who betrayed him. Badeni
Betrayed is different. Badeni, I can see Badeni, not the Badeni who died at the end. That was a different Badeni. But Raphael, I think we never got to know him that well. Okay, because
But he still took his own life. He never did anything. He didn't
yeah,
poison-
because why? Obviously, he will take his own life. He even said that in episode 24 that I would rather throw away my life for the pursuit of truth, and so should you. So man, that is the other half of it.
He said, I would gladly take our life, not my life. Any life.
Yeah, including myself, and the same burden falls on you also. That is the part we never got. That he would have done the same. Imagine a 10-year-old doing that. He's a bit screwed up in his head,
Achha.
right?
I got a whiplash when he murdered her. Like, huh?
It took me a while. I'm like, what the fuck are
What
you
is
doing?
this?
So how I see it is that Raphael, if he grew up,
Some people did not like this ending. That's why.
I can see that.
Yeah.
When I was watching episode 24 and Raphael came, like, oh, this is very endearing. If Raphael would live in an alternate world, it's nice to see him grown up and teaching young, what's his name, Albert. So that, but then he murders, like, what, what is going on? But I kind of see it that it's basically the author teaching you the lessons through the priest in the confession booth, that the contradiction that exists in humans, like belief and doubt, belief and something else, doubt and conviction is what I wrote. Doubt and conviction that exists, this contradiction, you need to have both. You can't just hold on to one or the other, right? That's like his father made the mistake. Now he has all the what. So Albert refused both because if people lived like his father in fear, right, and of the conviction that it has to be useful to humanity, otherwise don't pursue it, right? That is also wrong. But unfortunately, that is how the current world is, right? That's how the nuclear bomb became, because it was useful in war. War progressed a lot of scientific revolutions, right? That combined with you have to be careful and all that, contrasting with Raphael's like completely naked truth, like a completely unfaltered step towards everything, like pursue anything that you want, regardless of whether it's good or bad for humanity. That is his extreme. If you found out that, oh, this is
No, that's not his extreme.
that
His extreme is truth. You need to obtain it no matter the cost.
that is there, but you need to obtain any truth. Like if you discovered that combining this and this creates a big bomb, fine. It doesn't matter if it's bad to humanity, but you mustn't shun away from it. That also he said during this gathering, right? In episode 25. Kahan tha?
See, I did not see the last episode.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, in the gathering, he what he said was that I fear a future. Yeah, that's like finally I figured out the opening.
No, he did not do gold. I was like so confused. Like, ये बच्चा है तो इसको कैसे मारते?
No, he in the opening, right? There are two versions of Raphael looking, turning as the church is going up in flames. That always used to confuse me.
Oh, huh.
Yeah, so now I understand that those are two versions of Raphael. Both of them are psycho.
Oh, huh. When he was standing, he looked like an adult.
Yeah. That confused me. Like, what the fuck is the meaning of that? So when they are at a social gathering, right, of all these scientists, researchers. So he said that in the near future or in the whatever future, I fear that there will be specializations of knowledge, seeing as to whatever is useful to humanity, right? There won't be this endless stream towards whatever you want to pursue, right? And people will pursue certain narrow streams and build on that, and a lot of knowledge that might seem useless or not useful, yeah, dangerous, will be left aside, and that bothers me. That's what he said. Like, you must pursue all knowledge, whether it's good or bad. That is the contrast with his father, who is very much doubtful and pessimist or whatever. Yeah. That it has to be useful to humanity, and don't pursue it, and you must always doubt.
So, what is Albert?
Albert, that's what he got confused, right? That was the contradiction he was struggling with until he went to the priest. I don't know who the priest was, but someone who, let me check, who made confessional booths a thing.
So what Albert is like, you must always remain doubtful.
No, you need to have both. Largely popularized by Saint Charles Borromeo in the 16th century. He's credited with first ordering the use of a metal grill. Okay, so that person was also a named figure who started this. It's like both halves, the scientific community and the church, both learning. So what he said is that this is natural, that you are in this contradiction, like both halves struggling. That's what the priest said. So what Albert realized is that both his father and his teacher were wrong, and they were missing the other half. You have to you need both doubt and conviction to coexist in your mind. So what he said at the end was pretty good. Like, I'll walk towards the sky with doubt, and when that doubt becomes too great, I'm turning back. I will start believing towards the sky. Like, it's like you have to have both. If you when there's too much doubt, you need to start believing, and when there's too much belief and you're getting too narrow-minded and you have too much conviction, you need to start doubting. You need to cycle between the two, so that you don't get lost in one. The whole thing with Yolenta, right? You need to wander around the forest. That's when you find the actual truth. That's what Okji said to Badeni, that yes, we have to swim in these water. Yeah, you must swim in the waters. So it's like the epilogue of the entire show. The main message. It's just that it didn't flow very well. It took me a while to understand. Like, I'm still reaching.
वही है, see, that's the last arc in this felt थोड़ा rush. Should have been more fleshed out, I feel like.
Yeah, like 4-5 episodes.
Like the last panel, the last moment.
The constellation.
Yeah, so
Oh,
only
this.
the title,
Yeah.
only the title came in a letter with 10% to whatever in a conversation behind it.
And that sparked his mindset, and then he started.
Wait, the earth can move?
Yeah.
It ended with a question.
Yeah, that's what Rafael told him, right? Always. That's what both Rafael and his dad told him. Always question, always wonder.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
I can see how people will dislike this, because they will say, so all of that was meaningless. All the 20 episodes sacrificed, ya phir, alternate universe, it meant nothing.
No, it also people were disappointed with Rafael's
Action.
clearance for some reason. I don't know.
It could have been anyone.
But Rafael is the first.
Yeah, it kind of shows. I mean, I didn't feel that from Rafael.
Notice every one of the main characters has killed or committed some violence. Like क्या नाम है? Rafael did right now, and he also took his life.
Okji.
Okji has killed. Okji did in the end. He was like,
Draka.
this is my religion.
Draka?
Draka did not. Draka did stab the priest, but she was more. I don't think she killed anyone.
Her uncle?
No, she not killed. She not. Badeni killed. Yeah, Badeni already has. Badeni would.
Badeni wasn't the main character. When they were showcasing the four characters, it was.
Yolanda has killed. Yolanda literally said she's scared. She even.
Yeah, so there's this final question, right? What the priest asks this guy Albert, and this question was raised in the first line of the show also. What must be given in order to obtain the truth of the world, right? And we were led to believe that the
Okay, but like there is some violence in each arc from the.
no.
heroes.
So what we were led to believe from Novak is that you have to give your life or sacrifice, and that's what this guy Rafael also says, but he disagrees, right? And the priest tells him that that is not the only, what do you say, answer. It has to be something else, right? To obtain the truth of the world, you don't necessarily need to give up your life or go through sacrificial means. That's what everyone has done so far, if you see.
Everyone basically died. Yeah.
Either they died or they killed, but they took drastic measures, right? With the most being Schmidt,
Yeah.
right? So that's what he realizes that cannot be. That's basically what the show is telling you as the audience. That is not the answer. The question that was raised in the beginning of the show, and that is not the answer at the end of the show. And Albert is that person who is going to figure out what the truth has to be. Like, we are social creatures, we have to work together on this, something. It became very philosophical.
हाँ, थोड़ा convoluted हो गया.
Yeah, I didn't
But I
completely
understand
understand.
what the author was trying to do.
Yeah. Also, there was something else. I lost my train of thought.
You don't see the last.
Yeah, you should see it. It is a good episode. It's just that it was very shocking. I did not expect Raphael to be there at all. But a very different Raphael, almost like German. German Hitler, Nazi. He looked like that. The way he was so calm while killing his father. Oops, this is a difficult situation. How do I explain this logically? It felt very much like an SS soldier. What else was there? I think that was the main idea, that you have to understand what the answer to finding the truth could mean. And then there's a whole paragraph of what happened. Like, he went to university, he taught there for 20 years, he pioneered philosophy and mathematics, something, and then he raised a question. He wrote a theory of the planets, and that interested his young student known as Copernicus, and that's where the show ends, because everyone knows Copernicus. He was the one who laid out the whole solar system wala thing, the geocentric model, heliocentric model.
We went back to you.
I mean, we went back to flat Earth. Oh God.
Kepler was one of the students.
A lot of scientists, mathematicians, philosophers knew each other.
So in our world, it was a lot more in Poland. I saw this comment where someone was like, Poland was a lot more accepting of these kinds of ideas. So they were like confused, kitna violence क्यों हो रहा है, Churchill, why is the church so crazy? So that because there was an alternate Poland.
Could be.
I mean, this has happened in other.
England especially.
Yeah, this has happened in other places.
And they did at the gathering, right? They showed people talking with different.
About different countries.
Yeah,
Arabian.
people from different cultures and countries. Assimilation of everyone's knowledge. The priest was a nice. I think that's what confirms that the church was a lot more welcoming of these kinds of ideas, right? Confession booth and all that.
Yeah, so you have the church which is more tolerant, then you have scientists which are more considerate, I guess. So Raphael is like the ultimate victim part. Sorry, not part. The alternate universe.
How?
He's a child that got killed and burned, and that's why he appeared, right, as a spirit. Not he didn't appear as a spirit, he was an hallucination, but like, क्या नाम है उसका?
Novak.
Novak was like, I'm the villain of the story, right? And he's the victim, and it's the whole time.
Also, I like this guy. What he was telling.
Like, Raphael did the killing here. Who was the villain of the story?
Oh. Raphael always had that weird psycho energy.
Yeah, Raphael was extreme because he took his own life also. So I came to terms with it, I guess. Because in my head, right, Raphael was like the very innocent,
Because he was the victim for us throughout the show.
So it was like a whiplash when we got killed.
That's what the show is telling you, right? That people can grow up like that if they have this very one narrow-minded way of doing things. That a less extreme version was Badeni, right? Even Okuji was ready to kill for his belief, and Yolanta became that kind of person, right?
Dude, Badeni killed more people than anyone else.
How?
When he was fighting all those guys, when Novak.
The person who killed the most is Schmidt. Or Yolanta. I would say Yolanta.
Yeah, Yolanta said
she was leading the revolutionary army, right?
Yolanta went full psycho.
I like it's not.
I don't know why it made sense for Yolanta, because I feel like I feel like after she realized what her father did and what her father did to her friend, uska something went, some switch, so she just snapped inside of it. So that makes sense.
No, she didn't snap. She also, see, nobody snapped. They all came to the conclusion that in order to obtain the truth of the world, you have to give life. either your life or other people's life. That's what everyone went to that conclusion, and that's what Albert is saying. No, that is the wrong. That cannot be the answer, and he'll continue his life pursuing what can be the truth. Right? That's what it is. So he went the other way.
But so Oki did commit. Oki was an assassin. I mean, he did kill.
That's not his.
Yeah, that's not from his will.
Right. I would still say the last two episode does not. It does not devalue the whole show. I was very scared when I saw Raphael with the knife. Like, no. This is what the people were warning me about. No, don't do this. But I get it. For me, the first 24 episodes, 23 episodes exist separately, and these two are a commentary on the whole show. It's like that.
Also, I thought Raphael was still a child, so I was like, "Ye kya ho raha hai? How did he kill this adult man?" Okay.
All right, that was a very different discussion. But yeah, that's it about the show. I think this is. I would want to watch this again with someone to see how they take it, because you can have a lot of different conversations,
Yeah,
theories
I never
about
got
this.
the chance to binge watch, so I probably missed a lot.
I didn't binge watch, but I took my time with
But
every
you
episode.
edited, watched it twice. I just watched it once.
Not just twice, 3 times. One while replaying the whole
Yeah,
episode.
I just watched it once.
Yes, I'm a lot more attached to the show. Ah man.
I told many people to watch और अभी तो कोई देखा नहीं है.
Well, that's it. A bit rough with the discussion, but I think I got the whole idea of the show.
So
Anyways,
it's a unique
yeah, definitely the most unique show. One of the most unique shows. One of the greatest shows, I would say, that I have seen recently. Alright guys, thank you for being on this journey with me. This was an amazing show. I would feel greatly fortunate and lucky if I could ever witness a show like this again, because most of them are either sequels or you know that a good show is coming up, but this was a very pleasant surprise. So hopefully we'll witness a show like this again. I doubt it. It's been 4 or 5 years since I've seen a show this good. But yeah, that's it for me. I have been Azhar, and see you next week. Bye.